there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 38. He's going to look deep now for Landry, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 62 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6.
Lining up for the
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
Nick Chubb on the carry. A fumble on the play.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. There, this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to...
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep it.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. There, this is picked up by the Browns. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50, 30, 20.
Come on, bring
10,
it, baby, bring it.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD.
Touchdown.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading them.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
The Chiefs take
Conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 85 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
at the 28-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Browns 35. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 77 yards.